pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. Now the look. Bend it. Bend it.
We're set on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jim.
On second down, Brissett again. Throwing deep for Galladay. That throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it first and 10 at their own 46.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Check now.
65. Hey, Haywood.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Lions' 49-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Garoppolo now gets this one to Juszczyk. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
21. Here we go.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Armstrong. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Here we go. 20.
At the 43-yard line.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? Wait,
Watch the ship.
hey.
Running from the gun with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
57. Mike, 57. Big stop.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Watch the run, watch the run.
Play action. Garoppolo looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these 21. Six.
To throw is Garoppolo. Britt's got it, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Alert 3.
White. 12, fellas, here we go.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Yeah.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. What do you need?
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Two.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
From the contact. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
13. I got you.
56. They gonna need some therapy out there.
They run with Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the 1st quarter play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Brissett. He's got the hookup with Conley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. On this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin the drive with Howard. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on.
Go ahead.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go. 20.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem with me.
It's a pickup of 3.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
I know you felt that one.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
White.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And his kick is absolutely perfect, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
That's good for 28 yards.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about.
He's got a man complete. The 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by Howard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
11. Hey, Foxtrot.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
Here we go.
And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey, gun.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Garoppolo 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 11, 1, Omaha. I'm here. Bravo. He's coming. We got double up.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know. Check tight. Wide. Get wide. Go. Nice slow. Bravo. 6 it. Mike 57.
Brissett now. Steps away to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. 56.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike 57. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, check. Mike 57.
Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On first down, Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go with Howard again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Garoppolo, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 14-yard touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
21. Go. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Dick. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54.
From from the gun, it's Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Brissett. And this is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
On 3rd down, Brissett. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett buying time to his left. Caught. It's Hoff. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And again this time to the tailback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Cut. Twist. Check 26. Check 3. Slip.
Now they try the right side here. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Where'd it go?
They'll try and run for it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. They come out here in the I. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coach. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Brissett going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check.
Now a handoff looking right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 64 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Garoppolo now. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down, because in college football, the clock stops with every first down, it actually aids the defense in that situation.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Lions, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week, as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.